Hi, my name is Zachary Angela, and I wanted to go over what I've done with the Contribute project. Uh, I've made kind of a newer one and added a tool to help people who just want to do front end stuff. So it generates the back end. Kind of a smaller project than my other one, but just some so that front end people who don't know Go can still contribute. Um, Basically, this is the repo, and this stuff, as far as the technologies and setup and everything, is all for if you want to kind of change the project yourself and download all these files, which you don't really have to do. The tool is more, you just need the binary, and it'll generate the rest of the Go files for you. Same thing with all this stuff. You only need it if you are actually going to change the Go stuff. Here's the binaries for Linux, Mac, and Windows. When you click one of these, it automatically downloads. And you just go to it. It ain't going to run right away because you need to set permissions on it. If you're in Linux, you would just run this. Windows, I think you just do admin. Mac, I think you just would use this command as well. You just do open in terminal, or you could open up in VS Code. I mean, whatever you want to do, and you would run that command. And then, so what can you do with this binary? Well, all the commands start out with the name of the binary, obviously, and then some commands. So the commands you got right now are start, run, gen, and rs. Start just generates everything, so you would do ./contribute start, and that generates all the files and folders. If you want to generate your own route, because you're a front-end person, you don't want to touch Go, you would just do gen --route, and then the name of the route you're going to be doing. Let's say user. And that will actually create the route and the HTML file for you. So if you went into, let's say, VS Code, this is the big project with all the files, but this is not really something you need to deal with. So if you went into your, I would create a folder in here. I wouldn't just put in your downloads folder. But anyways, this would be all your files. It's basically just like as if you had this here with your terminal. Whatever, it's just easier inside here. So it basically generated that user handler, created that user route. Again, not something you should have to even think about unless you want to start adding stuff or edit Go. So if you want to use some of the other commands, they're right here. So if you want to start the server, you would just do /contribute run, and therefore your server is running. Then you go to localhost. Home is already kind of added, as you can see with the handler home and the router home, but you can change this if you want. But since we generated a route, user, you just go to user, and there you go. Now, if you don't care about Go and you just want to contribute front end wise, you just go to the templates folder and you go to the one you made. And from here you can do you can do HTML, do whatever you want. You add JavaScript here too, say alert, whatever. And then you could open up these and do whatever you want in the header as well. So you could do, H1, this is the head. Same thing with the footer. So if you want to see these change, you would just stop the server and restart it. See, whatever is the JavaScript they ran, does the header. If you change the Go files, though, the run command won't update it. Well, actually, it might. Let me see if we'll just put some here. Let's see if it does it. I don't know. I don't think so, because this is the binary that you're running, so I don't think it actually will. Well, let's see. Because it's running from the binary, you're not going to see that. You don't want to run it from the binary. You don't have to. You just do go run main.go and see. Yeah, if you want to pull down the files, you could do go build if you wanted and rerun the binary, or you can do attribute rs, and that will basically do the same thing and rerun it. Whatever you want to do, it kind of doesn't matter. And you would just edit this HTML files. The only thing is that it's sort of contingent upon us is this one and this one. This, my code reads and then adds another route to it. So if you did gen -- route, here's another. So it just replaced and added another one. Same thing with here. So it sort of needs these comments in order for it to, not this one, but these with the hashtag on there, in order for it to re-add them. And then if you want to push this up to GitHub, you can. And that other repo for the front end is, I don't think I actually pushed it up for that. I'll do that next. But it should be front end right here. And so if you want to push what you did here with the front end files up to here, and I'll link all this stuff, and I'll put that into the other one, which I thought I did, but I guess I didn't push that. This way you can see what other people did with these HTML files if they just want to do front end and don't care about Go. That'd be, or you'd use it for your own stuff. I mean, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter to me whatsoever. Personally, the stuff I did in there was just a smaller version of Ground Up without the database and everything. And I sort of go over what the different folders do. Is basically for the whole project, if you were to download the whole thing, generate utility is exactly what you think it is. These are the generate templates, so these are just the files that get written to the files. Gen utility is the functions that are used for the writing. The actual thing that is a command to write it is gen, or start is the initial one that shoots them kind of all out, or generates all the files and folders, I should say. and they're pretty much in order. So like these are the folders, these are the files, these are, well, this stuff is so that the footer header comment thing actually works, because like this stuff doesn't work just on its own. You can't just put that in there. So this stuff makes it work basically inside the HTML template files. And then this is where the stuff gets actually written to the files themselves. And then this just pulls everything down. That's the start command, and does the rs command, and does the gen command. The thing that might be a little different is the server is run. I just thought it'd be easier to do run instead of server. Whatever. Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, if you want to contribute to either project, go right ahead. I encourage others who don't care about Go to just start making HTML files and do whatever you want. I mean, it's not a big deal, and it's just some HTML files, whatever. I just think it's good to contribute. And yeah. Okay. And thank you. And if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. All right? Thank you.